I want my own entrance. Something flying in here.
Probably one of your locks.
I'm gonna say something ignorant, but this is a kid-friendly show.
Today, we are here. We're going to talk to you guys about how we shot that cinematic video for this one right here, Miss Chi Chi. Let's get into it. Boom! What's going on, everybody? We would like to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode here at Church Productions, where we talk about all things photo, modeling.
Yep.
What?
You forgot one.
Where we talk about all things photo, video, modeling, and business.
I knew he was gonna say that. He has a teleprompter right in front of him.
If this is your first time tuning in, we would love for you guys to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash it, as they say, you know, here on the YouTube world.
Smash. Do people still say that?
Smash the subscribe
like when they
button,
talking
smash
about
the like button, yeah.
When they talking about like grown-up-y things, do they still say?
This is a family-friendly show.
I'm sorry, you said I can be myself on here.
Disgusting.
I'm just asking questions. Okay.
And make sure you hit the notification bell button so that way when we drop more videos like this and others, you guys can be the first to know, okay?
That's right. And so you can see my face as much as you want.
So, yes, today we are going to be talking about how we shot the cinematic video for her birthday.
My 41st birthday.
Her 41st birthday. I thought it was her 45th, but 41st, my bad.
45 is the number of times I've quit at Church Production.
This is a great place to
You're
work.
working on 46.
You're right. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it, okay? We are going to give you guys the top 3 things that we feel you guys need in order to make a video just like what we did, okay? Cool.
Now wait.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is this something that people can do that only have a camera, or could they do this with their cell phone? I'm just asking because we want to make sure we don't box people in that don't have a camera.
That's good. So this video is actually going to be for the people who pretty much already have a DSLR camera, something along the lines of this, okay? If you're an aspiring photographer, you know what a DSLR most likely should be at this point if you're aspiring. 3 things, back at it, all right? Number 1, the idea.
The
all
idea.
Right? The idea is huge. It is major. One of my favorite movies is Inception. All right.
I still have yet to see that.
It is phenomenal. Shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. All right. An idea is super important. An idea is one of the most powerful things a person can have. You plant an idea, it's like a seed, you water it, it'll grow into something amazing, like a cinematic video.
Do you know where the idea came from?
Where? Tell us about it. This is the first one. This is your time to shine. So tell the people about the idea.
Shut up, hell.
You're right.
No, the idea actually came from me just going through a divorce and healing from all that. But I was in that particular space with this song, which is Beyonce, Don't Hurt Yourself. Shout out to Beyonce, super dope. But I was in that space last year, but I still wanted to do the song this year, even though I'm not really in that space. So I really had to channel my inner dark / kind of edgy, kind of grungy a little bit, but my sexiness came out. I felt super liberated from behind the song, and even, you know, it just brought out the badass in me that I knew had always resonated.
So help the people understand a little more. Like, did you take notes or jot anything down, or did you just like see the video and said, I'm inspired, we're gonna make something out of it?
I actually was more inspired by the song, not so much the video. I know for you that looks a little different. And so I was more inspired by the song itself, just the lyrics and the tone, the energy, the mood that she was in. So at first I thought I wanted it to be black and white, which
Yeah.
We'll get to that too. But yeah, I mean, I took some notes and stuff of what I envisioned the video to look like, but a lot of that changed throughout the process.
Cool.
I knew I wanted him to shoot it. Knew that.
That's a big part of your idea. kind of having an idea of the people that you want to incorporate into your project.
Mm-hmm. I knew that one of my friend and choreographer, Dejanelle Freeman, aka Perp, knew I wanted her to be a part of it. So yeah, I had the two main components to the video. So. And
from there, we step into number two. Number two, the planning of it all.
The meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes, yeah. All right. So,
how do you like? What's your favorite meat and potatoes dish?
Again, with the random question. I like a good ribeye, medium rare ribeye, with loaded mashed potatoes. Yes. But back to it, the meat and potatoes, the planning stage, the most important part in my opinion. So let's start with you, since we're coming off of your idea. Now we're stepping into the planning stage of it all. So what did the planning look like from your part?
Well, I had to set up meetings with you and the choreographer so we can kind of talk about our ideas, because what I had planned, what she had planned, wasn't necessarily what your vision was. We had to make sure everything was kind of aligned.
Yeah. And
things that I thought I wanted didn't sound as great or look as great once I spoke with you, once I started rehearsing with her. So it was really good. It's really good to meet with the people that are going to be on your team for the day. Also, the look, what I was going to wear. I was so convinced I was going to have on something totally different than what y'all saw, but I ended up going with just a simple, what you call this?
Leotard-ish bodysuit.
Bodysuit.
That boy be
bodysuit and some blue jean panties.
Why you say panties so hard though? And some blue jean panties. Like,
which were just some blue jean shorts that we cut up even shorter than before. I thought they were cute because they were different, but he thought they were too cute, so we had to kind of
too cute for the video.
We had to, cut them up, rip them up some more. And my makeup, which was already done the day of because we had a previous shoot for my birthday that day, so we just went with the same makeup. My hair, that wasn't much to do because it was the leftover hair from the shoot. So anyway, there were some last minute things that kind of popped up, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, that was like the bulk of the plan. I think the bulk was the choreography, just a lot of rehearsing. And
so you actually rehearsed for the video?
Oh yes. A lot, like a couple times a week. I hurt myself so much doing this stuff, like on a bare concrete floor. Like I had bruises, scrapes and all that to make sure I gave the people what they deserved in a performance, free performance. You're welcome.
Technically they didn't ask for it, but you're right. Free performance. You're welcome. It's a lot that goes into like the behind the scenes type stuff. So
what did you have to do to plan?
Well, my planning was more so about like, first you brought it to me when you told me, hey, I want you to shoot a video. And my first initial question was, okay, do you have any inspiration? Do you have anything that I can like relate to? Anything that you like that you may feel you want to do or incorporate or mimic or whatever? You told me what it was. First thing I did, I checked out the video. All right, let's see where her head is at, what this video is portraying. Is it edgy? Is it cute? And is it fun? And all of that. Immediately, if you've seen the video, shout out Beyonce, you know that it's a very edgy, women's empowerment type of song, things like that. So I'm like, okay, we gotta go almost dark, but not really dark, just edgy. All right, fine line between the two. So did that. Location scouting, that's one of the big ones for me. When I saw the video and then I saw your outfit, it's very much important that you collab. Like as the subject, we'll refer to her as subject from now on. As the subject, I need to make sure that my vision aligns because I'm a creative. I know how to come up with stuff and create different things. Cool. I still need to make sure that whatever I come up with and create is aligning with what the subject's vision is, because there's no point in making this dope creative idea come to life. It doesn't align with what the subject wanted. You know, then you don't get a call back. That's the part that sucks. You know?
So when scouting, how far in advance did you start scouting?
I started scouting about 2 to 3 days in advance, and there's a lot that goes into scouting. It's not just, oh, I just want to go here, let me see how it looks, that looks great. No. Initially, you said that you wanted to go like to the graffiti wall, right?
Well, it was the Foundry at first.
It was the Foundry at first, and then
the graffiti wall.
We switched to the graffiti wall.
Which I'm glad that you didn't
do the
graffiti wall.
So if you're from St. Louis, then you're very familiar with the graffiti walls. And the reason why I didn't want to go with the graffiti wall is because it's a very popular spot, and I like to be creative and think outside the box. So I didn't want to do something that would be familiar. I didn't want to have a background that people could know, like I know exactly where they went. So the Foundry fell through, didn't want to do the graffiti wall, but like 2 to 3 blocks before the graffiti walls, there was this like open space with the pillars and these train tracks above and all of that. So I was like, oh, this spot looks really nice. So I saw that earlier in the day. I decided to come back to see how it would look later on that evening, because again, the video is edgy and you always got to make sure that everything flows together. I had to remember the video's edgy, so I'm not going to want to shoot this video at like 10 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to shoot it more so around that golden hour, which is just the like most beautiful time of the day. If you're a photographer, videographer, I'm sure you've heard about golden hour. The sun sets at the perfect angle to where like everything is just literally gold. So yeah, I knew I wanted to start with golden hour because you got beautiful skin complexion. I made sure I paid attention to the subject, what they had going on, how they look, what looks will be flattering from my point of view with the camera. So I knew I wanted to start at golden hour with you, work our way into dusk and then into the evening. My planning included setting up, you know, lights, finding multiple locations for you, because if this is going to be a video, you don't just want to keep the same location. And I wanted to make sure also that I had the right camera equipment, because different type of shoots require different type of equipment. So I needed to make sure I had my camera.
Now let's talk about the camera equipment.
Okay.
Throw out a few pieces of equipment that you had, because we can always put in the description everything that you had.
We will. Definitely going to drop all of this in the description. So I used a Canon R6 with a 24-70 EF lens. I threw it on a gimbal, the Ronin S. Again, all of this will be in the description.
Could you tell the people what a gimbal is, just in case they don't know?
I'll do you one better.
Now listen, if you ever see somebody arrive on set with a suitcase like this, they know what they're doing probably. They ain't playing around.
So really quick, this gimbal.
Should I move? Let me wait.
The camera goes on here, and it just kind of, let me make sure the light is right. There we go, I think that's right. It goes on here, and these little circular things, they're motors that help stabilize the camera. So that way when you're doing certain movements, like a lot of you, if you've seen me, if you've seen pictures, if you follow like my Instagram, I post a lot of pictures of me with my gimbal all the time. It's gonna be in the description.
His
Make sure
gimbal
you
is
follow us.
Bday, y'all.
It is. I should name her. It's not the Ronin S. Her name is Ronin S.
I can say if you say Rona, you better not say Rona.
I'm definitely gonna say Rona. Boom. So we got the gimbal out the way. Used the gimbal, and then we also used a drone, which is the Mavic Air 2. Creating a shot list, the time of day, the camera equipment, and the location scouting. All of those were a part of my planning. You know, wardrobe, makeup, choreo, all of that, the meetings, that was a part of her planning. So now we're gonna go into the third thing that we feel was very necessary, which is You tell them.
The execution.
The execution of it all. This right here, this is the day of. You've done all your planning, you took the idea, you brought it to life with a plan, and now you're gonna execute everything that you said, all right? You're gonna have the makeup artist on set, you're gonna have the choreographer on set, you're gonna have your person getting behind the scenes on set, wardrobe, all of that is there. Day of, all right? On my end, I got my shot list ready. I got the time of day right. We started at about what, 5 o'clock-ish, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Got my golden hour in, beautiful. Like you'll see parts in the video where she's walking like by the pillars and doing stuff, and you can see the sun just peeking through. She's on top of the truck and the sun is just peeking through. Beautiful.
It was a great location, I must admit. I'm so glad you did not listen to me. Like, it was the perfect location. You utilized so much of that area.
Yeah, like, and everything throughout that whole entire video, everything was within like a 1 block radius,
if that.
You know, so it was really, it worked out really well. Everything that we planned on doing, we brought to life and we executed that. But there are some things that you have to think about when it comes to the execution. One of the biggest things, always have a plan B. That can possibly go into planning.
Yeah.
But we're gonna put it in execution. You know why? Because you can always try and plan for the what ifs, but there's nothing like executing the what ifs when they come. So, day of, what happened? What was one of the biggest things that happened on the day of? You can tell them, it's okay.
The man planned to get drone footage of me, but didn't have his drone.
I opened up the back of the car. I was like, yeah, let's get these drone shots now, because, you know, we planned on it. Don't have the drone. So what do we have to do? I have to come back here to the studio, grab the drone, then go back. But another thing when it comes to execution, utilizing your environment. It's one thing to have a shot list, but it's another thing to be able to think on the fly. So while we were out there, there was a Mountain Dew bottle just randomly sitting off to the side by itself. So you know what? I said, hey, little buddy, you want to be in a music video?
Yes.
He was like, sure. So we grabbed that little Mountain Dew not water bottle. Oh, I want to say a water bottle. I mean, I need water.
Mug's dehydrated.
And we grabbed old
Herbert.
Oh God, Herbert. So we grabbed old Herbert, and you know what? We smacked that little water bottle. I mean, that little Mountain Dew bottle. And you know what? We smacked that Mountain Dew bottle. All right?
What?
So, you know, we saw that. There was another scene in the video where there was just, she kicked a tire. That tire was just randomly sitting somewhere. She probably could have got hepatitis picking up that tire. But you know what? We risked it.
We did.
For the shot.
Yeah, I tried to throw it, but that didn't work, so then I kicked it. But then you had me pick up a beer bottle, but that didn't quite work out either.
You missed the whole side of the beer.
You have to understand something, okay? I have been up since God knows when that morning. I shot 3 different looks for a photo shoot in the heat without much food or water, not Mountain Dew water. Then I had to get prepared for this here video. Okay, that's a lot going on. My energy levels were low. My blood sugar levels were low. Everything was depleted. And plus, I'm a scholar. I don't play sports.
It's the side of a whole building.
I threw it.
Okay, you're right.
Did you not see that I threw it?
You're right. Utilizing your environment is super important. All right. Always find different, maybe little nooks, different areas, things like that, because initially we planned on shooting just in the area where the train tracks were and the pillars and things like that. But there was like this little random door with some steps on it, and we were like, you know what? Let's shoot over here again. Like, just get a couple of shots.
It gave that old abandoned, isolated.
It's you, and you're empowered all by yourself.
Yes.
And that's when you gave the most energy. Like you were in it.
I was in it.
On that one.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
Then we switched it up and went to the 3rd location, and we set up the lights, like utilizing our environment. we have Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Busch Stadium is really nice. It has the lights and all of that. So I was like, let's set up some lights, but let's have a little bit of Busch Stadium peeking through the background.
Which was cool because
so it worked out.
Most people kind of go for the arch cameo all the time, but we didn't do that.
Switch it up and do Busch Stadium.
We did Busch Stadium.
So that's a part of utilizing your environment, you know, making things different yet fun for the viewers to watch. Because when you guys saw it, if you guys see it, go look at it, check it out. You will see like it's very captivating. Like, oh, okay, there's a lot happening here, which keeps you entertained. You know, so I'm happy you liked it. Give me some.
Okay.
Shout out to the slow-mo. You didn't do it earlier. Okay. E.T. phone. So
You're not old enough to know who E.T.
I
is.
definitely know who E.T. is. Man, anyway, you know what? We're done with it. We're done here. All right.
Are we done? We're just getting started.
No. We want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh.
We appreciate you guys for watching.
Y'all should check out the video if you haven't watched it.
Yes, please make sure you go check out the video. The video will be up here, but the subscribe button is down here.
Definitely down there.
Make sure you hit that thing, like this video, like all the videos, hit
Like
that
them
notification
all.
bell,
Yeah.
all right?
Hey, and if you ever need a videographer / photographer or cinematographer-ish in your town, because we do travel, book this dude, thatguychurch.com, and guess what? Whenever you book him, you get me too, to make sure you are picture perfect for your photos or your public appearances.
It's true. It's true. So boom, there it is. 3 things that we feel are the most important for you to get a nice cinematic sequence, all right? The idea, the planning, and the execution. Boom. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a good one, all right? Peace out.